Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, we have some very kind of somewhat jealous news in regards to the PlayStation 5 console, where they're actually showing up in extremely high demands, where people are barely even literally buying them in the middle of literally nowhere. So kind of some kind of interesting and kind of cool stories to go and cover over here. And mainly whenever I go and see all this type of stuff and I see all this type of news, it kind of makes me a little bit jealous. Although I do have my PlayStation 5, I shouldn't be that jealous. But always kind of fun news to go and share with you guys and talk to you guys, especially on the weekends when there's not as much restock news going on. So we're going to talk about this, kind of show some cool pictures, and more so kind of be a little bit jealous as well. So if any of you guys are brand new, make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on, as well for the brand new PlayStation 5 giveaway. Amazon links down below for the PS5 disc, digital console, and controller. Twitter and Twitch stream as well, link down below. Sign up for Weeble, deposit $100. You guys go get free stock and free money. Just instantly sell, go withdraw, do whatever you guys want to go and do. And Coinbase as well if you guys want to get any cryptocurrency. Leave a like and comment down below your thoughts, because you guys are probably going to hear a lot of my thoughts all throughout this video. So as I mentioned, we have kind of a cool little article over here from The Guardian that's kind of going and showing the PlayStation 5s in probably literally the one country you guys would probably never expect, the one area you guys would probably never expect, and the one location that probably makes me more jealous than anything is the fact that they actually have consoles literally on their shelves, literally able to be sold. And for some reason, no one's buying them. I don't know why. So let's go talk about it. So as I mentioned, you can't go and find a PlayStation 5 console at all. Well, guess what? There are supplies in the middle of nowhere in Gaza. I was like, when I saw this and I saw this article, I was like, of all places, really? So the blockade strip is short on medicine and cement, but has shelves of coveted PlayStation 5s, which elsewhere saw for seconds. You guys can see over here too, we have some of the older consoles, but as well, PlayStation 5s. There's also a few other various pictures mixed on in. So kind of fun stuff and kind of intriguing stuff, and I'm a little bit jealous too as well. So there's actually an unsold PlayStation 5 in Gaza, where basically people can they can't even literally afford it. Like, this almost looks so daunting at that end. So it surrounds on all sides, regularly bombed, which is kind of a weird thing to go and mention for the video, and plagued by shortages of vital medicine, which all that's not together is not good news, don't get me wrong. Looks at PlayStations, which I mean doesn't really make up for that, but I mean at least they do. So yet up in the lead up to Christmas, the isolated Gaza Strip has for once ample supplies of something the rest of the world craves, but could actually really go and find a brand new PlayStation 5. Sony's flagship video game console is hot property this holiday season, although most people who have asked for one will be sorely disappointed on Christmas morning, which is why I'm here to hopefully help you guys find some consoles as well. A global supply chain crisis, twinned with a shortage of semiconductors, vital computer chips used in consoles, has kept stock scarce. While secondhand, resold, and even stolen PlayStation 5s can be found, they are rare and often cost much more than basically the $400, $500 price tag. In downtown Gaza City, the price is also way above the original official figure. Still, unused PS5s can also just be seen from basically inside store windows, which I'm going to go and show you guys of this picture, and apparently too as well, just as they kind of mentioned for this stuff, in other locations too. Like, here's literally just a PlayStation 5 digital just sitting there. Like, I feel like if this was literally in like a Walmart, a Target, like a big GameStop, Best Buy, this thing would probably be literally gone within 5 minutes. To the point where I almost kind of think it'd be a hilarious game show for like a big retailer to literally just go put a PlayStation 5 just randomly on the shelf, and then go and see how long it actually takes for someone to go and buy and actually get it in the first place. Now, if I was like a Best Buy or I had my own random store, I'd probably do that. I mean, of course, I'd obviously sell it to them too as well, but I'd almost just want to go and see how fast it would actually get sold off the actual stock itself. So, interesting. So with this, and Hassan Al-Baik, who hopefully I said that correctly, who runs an electronics outlet, has 5 consoles, but he says he's even having literally trouble selling them in the impoverished enclave. There is no great demand for the devices in Gaza because their prices are still high, he said. Bike says his few customers are mostly at gaming cafes, makeshift arcades that cover the seat price by charging Palestinians to play. So it's always kind of intriguing, mainly because for this one, because like, imagine this. I mean, it makes sense. Like, I don't want to like say anything bad about the country as well, but like if you can't necessarily fully like afford it, or more so you have to spend your money on something more essential, I almost want to say I kind of respect that for the country. It's kind of like the same thing for like a dad out there, like a single dad or a single mom who wants to maybe go and splurge and get some money on like a console or a PC. Like, I always hear stories about parents out there even for the PS5 restock stuff. So if you guys are one of these parents out there, major shouts to you, where some parents have even sent me tweets saying, yeah, I'm just not going to have any Christmas presents this year. I'm not going to buy myself anything or ask for anything, but my kid really wants a PlayStation or an Xbox. Can you help me? And like those people who kind of put themselves first, you know, or put themselves second and put their kids and family, or even for these types of cases where just to make sure they can survive and live, and they may honestly would want to have the PlayStation, they even see it and they might be jealous that they can't even have it. I got to give them a lot of respect because they're making sure they can take care of themselves in their day-to-day life. Like, I think that's actually very, very commendable. I think that's really, really cool. And same thing with you guys out there who are in the same boat, because I know there's a lot of parents out there who will literally go and take off their shirt off their backs to make sure their kids are all taken care of. So it's always nice to go and see for that. So basically, the first PlayStation 5s actually arrived in Gaza in April. But funny enough, they were also as contraband. So, of course, just like, you know, not official. I'm going to mix that in. Bike says they were sourced in Dubai, taken apart, and then smuggled in pieces through Egypt and then reassembled in Gaza. And then basically a lot of those things were being sold for around 1,200 euros, which is ridiculous to go and say the least. That is a lot of money for those consoles. However, Bike said Israel has in the past few months now allowed suppliers in Gaza to import consoles from Israel traders at a premium. The price has since dropped in Gaza to more around like the 700, 800 euro mark, although many of them are still lingering on the shelves. So once again, like, I don't necessarily say they're kind of console like scalpers per se. I mean, they kind of are if you really think about it. More so like console like relocators, I guess, if anything, which I guess is kind of scalping for it. But at the same time, if I saw a PlayStation 5 even on the shelves, would I really spend $800 on it? Realistically, probably no. I'll be honest, probably not. Even if, like, you know, it was proper, normal, brand new console, that is pretty much like scalping prices, which is a little bit rough. So at least 3 of the shops have a PlayStation 5 stock. Aham Mazari, hopefully I said that correctly, a salesman at Mobile Zone, said he sells 3 to 5 devices a month, but demand is limited, which is, I still find that more of like the crazy topic for this, because we know in America, like I said, this would probably fly off the shelves within like seconds. It'd be very, very quick. So basically when Sony launched the PlayStation 5 just over a year ago, US and UK retailers were overwhelmed by demand, with multiple shopping websites crashing as people rushed to buy one. During the past year, the Japanese entertainment and electronics conglomerate has drip-fed consoles, which normally sell in seconds. Gamers hoping to buy one spend hours scouring the internet for information, often leaked by shop employees, on where and when the next restock drop will appear. Gaza is a very unusual location to have the PS5 supplies. Israel and Egypt, citing security concerns, have maintained a crippling blockade for years, and residents refer to the territory as the world's largest prison because of their inability to travel freely. Israel regularly prevents common items from cement to batteries to medical equipment from entering Gaza, claiming they could be used by military groups Hamas to build homemade rockets. UN experts say the blockade is a form of collective punishment for the strip's 2 million residents. So, I mean, this kind of goes and ties into just like, it's just hard to get stuff in. Like, they literally had to go and smuggle and take apart the consoles and re-put them together just for them to be able to be sold in the first place over here in general, which is kind of crazy to go and see. So it is kind of nuts because even with this, you know, even the coveted products will still find their way to get into the strip itself. And as of you guys have even seen, they've had a chance to finally like start going and receiving them and getting them. Like, I just kind of feel like this type of stuff is very intriguing just to more so see how the other people live, as well as also just kind of like the craziness that just some of these countries, they just can't afford it. I mean, once again, I would be in the same exact boat for paying that much money. So of course, the PS5's main competitor product too as well, the Microsoft Xbox Series X, is also funny enough available in Gaza. Bike said, although though, 2 finds a few buyers. I got a request recently. He said one of the new Xboxes, but only for 2 of the consoles themselves. So kind of crazy news to go and see. This is definitely one of those things I want to go and kind of see and kind of get your opinions on, because it just seems like such a strange and interesting kind of like phenomenon. It does make sense though, as I mentioned throughout the video. Like, if the country itself, like the people, like, number one, these are luxuries. If they have more important stuff to spend on, say, like feeding their families, or as well, sometimes internet issues too. If you don't even have good enough internet to get it, why even bother? And as well, same with the thing being like very high scalper prices, it does kind of tone down my wanting to go get it in the first place. But overall, what would you guys go and do if you guys saw these on the shelves? And as well, kind of give me your overall thoughts on this. It's like somewhat outside of the usual subject we usually cover on the channel, but it's very intriguing to go and see and find that many of these stores will just have them available here in the first place. and no one's even clamoring to go get them. So give me your thoughts and comments down below. Leave a like on the video itself. Make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on as well for the brand new PlayStation 5 giveaway. Amazon links down below for the PS5 disc, digital console, and controller. Twitter and Twitch stream as well, link down below. Sign up for Weeble. Deposit $100. You guys get a bunch of free stock to instantly sell or draw, and Coinbase as well. Always linked down below. We'll see you guys later on throughout today for some more videos. Love you guys.